starting with Jonathan Suri with Fox News.
Thanks so much for doing this. Since you all are willing subjects on the effects of long-duration spaceflight, what would you say are the health effects that we as humans have learned how to overcome, and what would you say are the biggest challenges that we still need to resolve for long-duration space missions?
Ask the medical expert in the room.
Well, it's kind of what I do, and yet I can tell you that there's some answers we don't have. So some we do. We're pretty good about maintaining bone and muscle in flight now because of our countermeasure suite. In fact, when we first fielded the complete set in 2009, we saw kind of a quantum increase in health metrics, and that was everything from bone, muscle, aerobic capacity to immune function, just making a habitable station with really good countermeasures. So if you were to ask me, can I countermeasure my way out of zero gravity for the time it takes to get people to Mars and land them safely, I think I would say, yeah. Give me the same loads, the same equipment, and the same time to do it. I think we're kind of there. Some of the other ones that are a little bit more physics-based that we can't load ourselves out of, radiation being one of those, psychological issues, those require other solutions, and those are probably the areas, and I would say food sources that have to be wholesome for 5 years. Those are areas where we still have some work to do. You guys are entitled to an opinion, too, by the way.
Well, not when you have the expert here. But of course I do. It's been fascinating. It's been fascinating seeing what we do. I was part of an experiment where we were trying to figure out some of those things, what we can get rid of. I was part of an experiment where I didn't use the treadmill at all on space station for the 8 months we were up there. And so I've come back to my first time. The last time I walked was when we walked across that causeway into the rocket, and the first time I walked after that was when we got out of the spaceship. So it's been pretty impressive what we're able to do.
I couldn't agree more. I think the countermeasures that we have are evident in just looking at our data as we came back. But, future missions, I think radiation, like you said, is the big thing. So,
I guess I'd add one thing is that we keep finding new stuff. We didn't know anything about the neuroophthalmic changes until like 2009, and we realized it's a big thing. It affects critical neuroanatomy, and it was right in front of us for decades of spaceflight. We didn't see it. We've had some other discoveries about jugular venous flow and how the heart regulates and immune function. That's all this stuff we're just kind of discovering. Blood hemolysis. So expect that to continue, even though it's right in front of us. The fact that we have a well-equipped laboratory with a lot of people flying long duration, we're going to continue to find new things. So just kind of expect this road to Mars to be paved with new discoveries, whether we like it or not.